Hey Pythonistas, today we're going to talk about how to count stuff, counting things, all right? For the example I'm going to use, we're going to count the score. Pretty simple, okay? For instance, and we'll just kind of run this here. The score is going to go up every time I move the raspberry to crash into the alien, okay? Here's the raspberry, I'm moving, there's the alien, boom. Okay, notice the score up at the top left, went up, right? It's 1. Okay, let's go over here. We're going to hit it again. Boom. Now it's 2. Okay. We hit it again. It's 3. Okay, now something happens there. You don't have to worry about that. Okay? But basically what we did was we just counted every time they collided, we changed the score by 1. All right? Pretty simple stuff. You're going to do this all the time. So if we're trying to keep track of something that's going to change through the course of the game, we're going to use a variable, right? So if we're going to use a variable, and we're going to use one here called score, right? Remember that. We can go to the definition up top, and we have to set the score at the very beginning of the game. We're going to say we want to use this variable, we're going to name it score, and then we have to set it to something before the game starts, which is like right up here at the beginning. And we're going to say the score is going to start with 0, which kind of makes sense, okay? So down here, though, we're saying now, notice this is in the if statement. If the raspberry collides with the alien, move the alien's X, move the alien's Y, and this is the line right here we're going to focus on right here. Score equals score plus 1, which doesn't make any sense in algebraic terms, but in programming terms makes all the sense in the world, and it'll just be second nature to you after a while. Okay? So basically what we're saying here is we're going to take whatever the score is currently, whatever value is currently in that variable, and we're going to add 1 to it. And then we're going to assign it to the variable score. So let's say we start with 0, right? When this happens, score plus 1. Well, score at the beginning of the game is 0, right? We add 1, and then score becomes 1. The next time the collision happens, score is 1. We add 1, add it over here to the left-hand side, then it's 2, right? Next time it happens, score is 2, we add 1, it's 3. Okay, so basically that's just, we use that variable for counting, and the way we do it in pretty much every program language, with some variations, is score equals score plus 1. Lives equals live plus 1, whatever. You add 1 or 2 or 4 if you decide, oh, it's got to be 5 points, then it's going to be score equals score plus 5, and it's going to go 0, 5, 10, 15, 20. Or by 2, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. But just to keep things simple, we're going by 1. You can change it however you want. Okay? So let's just run that again now that you know what's happening. Now remember that up at the beginning, when the game starts, we set it to 0 every time. So whatever it was the last time we played, which was 3, that's wiped out because we're starting over, and we are setting that variable to 0 again. So let's try that, okay? And you'll notice, if you look up at the top, the score is 0, right? Good, okay? Now we're going to hit that, boom, it's 1, going to hit it again, 2, it's 2 now, 3, we go to the next thing, okay? That's how it works, and that's all you got to do, okay? All right, see you next time.